Brilliant. If you cast your mind back at the River State debacle when the president suspended a sitting governor, to many legal minds, not just ordinary Nigerians, many brilliant legal minds, in clear breach of the Constitution, but yet the Supreme Court said he had the right to do so. In that entire episode, did you see constitutionalism or was that tyranny in display?
No, I say a dictator. A dictator in the gap of a Democrat. That's what I've seen, a dictator. And maybe one thing that Nigerians are not also looking at is the issue of INEC. The Constitution says INEC is autonomous and independent, isn't it?
Yeah.
Autonomous when it comes to their finances. It says specifically that no agency of the government or persons is allowed to procure anything for INEC. They should buy their own equipment. They should build their own offices and things like that. But what did we see? About some few months ago, the president went to commission a building which is being built by FZDA for INEC. So what are you saying? Now you are going to equip the building. Who says they won't bug that building? We are not forgetting what happened in Watergate, isn't it, in America? Yeah. We are not forgetting what happened when AU wanted to build a headquarters in Addis Ababa, and the Chinese people said they're going to build it for Africa. And when they built it, what did they do? They bugged it. Every meeting, every decision that was taken there was already in Singapore. I mean, yeah, So who says that? But the Constitution says don't do it, and it's going on as we speak. So we Nigerians have to really, wake up and take back this country. And not take back this country is to vote massively, for parties like Action Democratic Party. Otherwise, we are just on what do you call it? Crispy,
On the
this
edge.
country. Yes, on the edge.
I don't want you to campaign. Campaign has not
No,
started.
I'm not campaigning. I'm just saying that the alternative is there.
Yeah, there are not only ADP, there are so many other alternatives.
Oh, okay, I didn't know.
No, there are so many other alternatives. Okay. Beyond politics, I know you to be you are my friend, I know you to be a very honest Nigerian and a good Muslim. If you look at the rate of killings, senseless killings, wanton killings of lives, sir, the way lives of Nigerians have been wasted in this country, it's only someone who is satanic that would not know that something is deeply wrong with us as a people. And then we have a commander-in-chief who has so much powers to sit and preside over, the Security Council, comprising the Nigerian military, the police, the DSS, the DIA, the NIA, and all of them. Yet, tens of, have been kidnapped, killed, slaughtered, communities wiped up, and all of that. Does this commander-in-chief deserve to be re-elected? President Bola Tinubu. Does it deserve, has it performed as commander-in-chief, and does it deserve to be returned to office?
No, but I said it even before you asked this question. I said,
are we even safer today, sir, than before?
We are not at all. We are not at all. And the point I'm making is this: the commander-in-chief, who cannot hold its troops to account, is as good as no commander-in-chief. It's not a matter of giving them billions and whatever ammunition they would require and things like that, but accountability. And you talk about the wanton killings, of Nigerians, innocent Nigerians. Not only killing, but the kind of dehumanized ways they treat Nigerians, especially women that are raped, children, exposed to some horrible things. And we see it on television. They will video it and then put it on social media. And I'm sure Mr. President sees it too. And tell me, what action has been taken to demonstrate to Nigerians that there's really empathy, in this government? Look at what happened in Kebbi when the bandits, attack a school. The information, credible information, is that about 45 minutes to that attack, the troops that were put there to guard the place vacated the place. Questions have been asked. Nobody has been able to offer any answer.
Who called the troops away?
Yes. So, and you see your commander-in-chief. What are you commanding in that respect? If you cannot hold your troops to account for their failures, as this banditry, this insurgency has been going on, which commander or general has been called to order that explain why this thing happened? And this is not something happening once, it's happening, over and over and over again. So you should ask now, if I put you in charge, what is wrong with you? And I'm giving you money, I'm giving everything. So the commander-in-chief maybe needs to step up to the plate by holding the forces to account for the lapses, for the killings. So this is the problem of the failure of governance. The situation is that the opposition is endangered. We have become endangered species, in the political arena, and it is being supervised by the president himself, because I've listened to him when he says he enjoys it. When you are losing your members, that are joining my camp, say, I'm happy that it's happening. So but like you can have all the governors, all the senators, all what have you. That does not automatically mean that Nigerians are going to vote for those people. And perhaps that's why they are making the process of results, to be so weak, and then to lose credibility, so that you can't even rely on anything, because how do you rely on somebody who is an employee of your opponent? It's not that you are thinking that he is an employee of your employment, because your opponent employed the person. So where we are in this country, believe you me, is a very, very precarious situation. I've been using the word precarious. I know why I'm choosing the word precarious, because it is. Care is not taken. Our democracy may suffer some untold, hardship in making progress. So I would want, I don't know, it's too late in the day. This is the only chance that I think Mr. President had, which he lost, to prove himself to be a Democrat, to prove himself to be a lover of these people of this country, to prove that the trust that people had in him, was not lost. So, what is the future of democracy in this country? I think the future of democracy in this country is Nigerians to wake up to the fact that what they have as a democratically elected government has become a tyranny. A tyranny, as far as democracy is concerned, because it's not that they're listening to Nigerians in terms of the wishes of Nigerians, when it matters, where it matters. It's not that they respect anything in the law, like the Constitution says this. So if they don't do it, so what? They feel so arrogant. They believe that nobody can do anything. So democracy did not contemplate anything like this. Like what we're having in this country today.
Let me, give more context to this last question. Currently, like I said, President Tinubu in his first term has governed like he had a 10-year tenure, a 10-year term. He didn't govern like someone who was going to come back to Nigerians to ask for their votes in just 4 years. Am I wrong, sir?
No.
He did not govern like somebody who was coming back in 4 years to ask, to beg, because election is you beg the people to vote to pass. You persuade them.
Yes.
You appeal to them.
Yes.
He didn't govern like that.
Yes.
And like I said just now, that he has traveled perhaps a third of the entire 3 years he's been in office. He has spent a third of that period outside of this country.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure what they expect will not be anything different from what you have now, because they say the more things change, the more they remain the same.
Yes.
So I believe that there's nothing that really compels, the president to do anything different from what he's doing now. So you may end up with an absentee president, in the sense that he may even be in the country but decide not to listen to anybody. What do you do? Nothing. So I remember when he went to London,
Chatham House.
Chatham House,
Chatham
yes,
House.
Chatham House, where you go to present your
Yeah.
program.
Yes.
You can see what happened. He was just
When
asking
he said
questions.
it's steep ship.
Yes.
So he will tell this person
Yes.
to answer the
So
question.
please answer the question. Like what we are seeing now.
Yes.
At every point in time, Mr. President is in France.
He's in France.
So before this time, I didn't know France is close to Nigeria,
Yes.
in terms of bilateral relationships and things like that. So it's not impossible. And but like I said, Nigeria is bigger than all of us put together, and I know that things will not go on like this.
You believe so?
Yeah, I very much believe so. Like I say, you can't continue to deceive all the people all the time, because the law of nature is such that the individual or group of people are just a passage. They'll soon pass. These two will pass, and I believe in the resilience of Nigerians, to be able to withstand, something worse than what is.
Is this not this resilience that has brought us to this pass? Because we are called resilient people, and we tolerate all these shenanigans from you politicians. We tolerate it even to the extreme that we do not know when to say enough. We don't want this anymore.
No, it's not. It's something that happens for the betterment of the people of this country, because there's no other system today that is as good, not even, I won't say even better, as good as democracy. So if we're able to maintain and sustain democracy, I think, we are in the right direction.
Alaji, mathematically,
Yes. Yes.
do you see any pathway for any opposition, except you guys come together as a coalition or whatever? Do you see any pathway electorally for opposition parties to defeat President Tinubu in 2027? Do you see, mathematically speaking, electoral pathway to defeating APC and President Tinubu?
No, but do we have a level playing field in our democracy, in our elections? Do we have? No.
So what you're saying is that the election is won and lost already?
No, it's not won and lost.
Okay.
My only fear is we don't end up with anarchy. That's the only fear I have. Because there is a limit to anything that you want to do to the people. We will not lose democracy, because people can resist. People have that, capability and natural tendency, to resist, and they will resist when they are pushed to the wall. So that's what I'm saying. The limit. I hope we are not in any way, stretching this, beyond the limit. That's all I'm saying. Because the thinking is that, what can they do?
Yes.
They'll just make noise and then that's it. We'll just go on as usual. But it may not be so.
Last question, sir.
Yeah.
And I'll go back to the beginning.
Yes.
When 2023 elections were being announced by Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, and Senator Dino Melaye of the PDP then raised objection, because the Electoral Act says if there is contest over election results, INEC has 7 days, am I right, to review the results and then proceed. Either they call for election. You claimed now that you advised INEC to not listen to Senator Dino Melaye, but proceed with it. Do you regret that decision? Because that's what has brought us to where we are now.
No, not at all.
Why?
No, because I said democracy.
You put us in this mess.
No. What I told INEC,
Yes.
which every responsible person will say,
Yes.
please don't give us inconclusive elections. Because the presidential election is not like any other election.
Would it not have been better to have resolved that debacle, even if it took 1 month or
No,
6 months?
No. Wait for me. Yeah. I said, carry this exercise to its logical conclusion.
And go to the court.
Yes.
Let anybody disagree, go to the court.
Yes, exactly. So what I say to the logical conclusion doesn't mean if we complete the collation and he announces the results, the 7 days allowed, they should not, enjoy it. Yes. It's up to them to now take advantage of the 7 days that are available. Nobody says don't use that window, which was provided by the law. Okay. Nobody says so. All we said was that if we didn't even conclude the election, how do you even go and use the 7 days allowed in the system or go to court? Where is the court you are going to go to? You go to court and say, well, there's no election. It wasn't concluded. Where are you? What are you coming to talk about? So that's why I stood up and said, go ahead and conclude this logically, so that we will be able to take advantage of the provisions of the law. The 6 days or 7 days you have mentioned, the fact, the provision that you can seek redress from court. You have to have something to go to court with. So that's why I did what I did.